Hello? Hello? Cool. Okay, so welcome back to AWS Cloud Quest. This is a video game that Amazon have put together to make learning how to use AWS more fun. And I have to say, it's not that good. Or it hasn't been so far. But I'm going to complete it anyway because it does seem to be, of the various ways there are to learn AWS, it is slightly more interesting than the others. It's more interesting than reading the documentation, but only slightly more interesting, which is a bit annoying, but still. Okay, so this is going to be connecting VPCs. Ride my little bike over to this guy. So the way it works is I speak to this person, he gives me a task to complete that helps me do something in the city. But the city isn't really interesting enough to make you want to try very hard. I don't know. I mean, it's okay, but I think it could be a lot better. Hi, I'm the City Chief's Marketing Officer. Thanks so much for coming as soon as you did. It's my pleasure. How can I be of service? We want a logical isolation of our applications, so we set up virtual private clouds for our marketing, development, and finance departments. However, all departments depend on getting reports from finance. Due to the isolated VPCs, the team members in marketing and development need to raise tickets to gain access to finance reports, which reduces our productivity. Any ideas on how we can improve this? Okay, so I actually have no ideas. But this is the annoying thing about your character. Your character knows everything, which is quite irritating. Amazon VPC offers a feature called VPC peering. After you create a peering connection between two VPCs, you can route traffic between the VPCs by using private IP addresses. See, wouldn't it be better if there were dialogue choices? That would just be better. This sounds great. Can I peer one VPC to multiple VPCs? Yes, you can, but peering connections are not transitive. This means that if you create peering connections from marketing to finance and development to finance, no traffic is allowed between marketing and development unless you create another peering connection between them. You can also pair with VPCs in different accounts. Are you using different accounts for your VPCs? No, we currently aren't using different accounts. Okay, that's good to know. VPC peering supports peering between multiple accounts in case we add new accounts later. Great. Can you help us improve our access to our finance workloads? Thanks. I can't wait to get the financial data that we need. So in this bit, you're supposed to learn. And it is immensely boring. Because they just make you watch videos that are kind of rubbish. Yeah. I think if I was in charge of this game, I would maybe just give you the little bits and say what they're supposed to do. Not give you these videos, not give you any of this stuff. Just say like, oh, this is this thing, and just like a short description of each of the bits, and then ask you to put it together. And that would be more interesting to force you to build the diagram. But they don't. So what instead we do is we read these bits. So I'm just going to go quiet as I read these things and then speak if anything is interesting. So I'm just looking up this thing called CIDR, CIDR, classless interdomain routing or whatever. I think this is to do with the fact that they used to, when there were much fewer devices on the internet, they used to have sizes of networks, which, so for a particular network size, you would say the first number of bits or whatever is for this particular size of network, like a large network or a medium network or a small network. So if you had, I don't know, like 192 point, yeah, something like this, you would reserve, say, the first up to the number 255. The first, how many number of bits is it? 8 bits? Yeah, the first 8 bits would be reserved for the class size, how large is the network or something like that. If you do it classless, then you're allowed to choose the number of bits, if that makes sense at all. Basically, it just, I believe it just meant that you could use more of the total IP address sizes, and the subnets could kind of be defined. Yeah. So you had these. Yeah, that's it. Or something like this. So you had subnets, so you could reuse different parts of it. So basically, you could get into a different subnet using the first few bits, and then the other bits could be reused. Something like that. That's a terrible explanation of it. But I know what I'm talking about. This is basically just a reiteration of what was said in the conversation at the start, but all it's saying is I've got a route table for this VPC. A route table is a table that says if I'm trying to go to a particular location, what is it I'm actually trying to go to? And similarly for this one. And the way it's been set up is in the route table, I can say I want to hit this virtual private cloud, I think. So yeah. So I think to try and make this more interesting, let's try completing the lab in 20 minutes. Because otherwise it's just boring. They should do something like this. Like, it really should be more story driven, where they say, okay, learn what you need to learn, and then you have to do this now, or you're being helped by someone to do it, and then you've got to do a stretch goal. Anyway, 20 minutes. And also I'm going to try and do it without reading all the instructions and see if I do what they say. So set up a VPC peering connection, ensure that traffic is internally routed within this connection. Okay. Any lab files? Nope. So let's start the lab. Get rid of that. Get rid of you. Okay, so I'm just going to follow them for now. And go to the VPC. And then... Okay, so on this global view, what was I on just then? Resources by region. What is this? Home region US. What's that? VPC dashboard. No. Anyway, this is the dashboard of my virtual private cloud, and a virtual private cloud is a fake, not fake, but like a cloud that only exists logically. So there's actual hardware, and the actual hardware is the true cloud. And if I just had a private cloud, I would just have some of that hardware and it would be mine. A virtual private cloud is not a specific piece of hardware. It could be spread across multiple pieces of hardware, and the hardware can be shared. But because of software, because of the software running on the hardware, it appears as if it is my own cloud. So this is what I think it's going to do. It's going to tell me to come on here, and it's probably going to tell me to look at various ones of these or something. And then it's going to try and make me connect up. Oh, look at this. Network connections. Connections to other networks. Subnets within this VPC. So this is... I suppose this is in two availability regions. So availability regions are... What's this? Anyway, availability regions are areas within... No, availability zones, sorry, are areas within a region, like for example, US East. They're areas that contain the actual hardware, so like the actual data center and stuff, and you want to try and have your resources, well, if you want to be as stable as possible, you want to have your resources spread across availability zones, because the availability zones have like different power sources. They're separate from each other in distances, and so therefore, even if there's some sort of like catastrophic event that occurs to one of the availability zones, the other one should survive and your service should survive. So that's the reason why you've got these different subnets, I guess. I bet we have to come here. And then I bet we have to add. I bet we have to add one of these things. So what if I go here and I copy you, and then I go here and I had a new one and I do this and I save that. Oh. Oh. Lame. Okay, fine. Click your VPCs. So I've already done that. Okay, so I was wrong. Cool. Oh, 38 steps. Wow. Choose the checkbox. Select the finance server. Oh man, it just gets so boring. Okay. So there's no public stuff. There is private stuff. So I want me to use a text editor. Is that what they said to do? Copy icon. I'm going to try the DNS and see if that is better. Actually, no, I'll do them both. Just in case. Just copy that as well. Fine. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So this is interesting. So I guess this is sort of... So ping is a tool you can use to send like a little packet of information to a particular IP address and then just see what happens. So you can see it's sent 56 bytes of data. I don't know why it's got that in there. Maybe it's 56 bytes of something data and 84 bytes of total for the whole information packet. And I suppose this should return nothing eventually. This command checks the connection to the finance server instance. Review to see your command hangs and that there is no connection. Yeah. I'll just let it run. See if it tells us. So this is basically just saying that the virtual private clouds can't communicate with resources in other virtual private clouds using the private IPv4 or IPv6 addresses. Finance server instance doesn't have a public IP, so your VPCs don't know how to route data. Okay, so maybe I can. Maybe I can set it up so that it can do that. A NAT gateway, maybe? A virtual private gateway. Maybe this. Okay, anyway, so let me to go on the subnet ID, then to look at my root table. Yep. So will this be marketing to finance? Requester would be marketing, I suppose. Finance. My account this region. If I did another region. Okay. Sure. Now let's see. Was that what it wanted me to do? You can accept or reject. Oh, right. Accept request. Yeah. So does that mean now if I go back to this and I look at this subnet, I can now okay. Let's see if I got the first bit right. Yep. Interesting. So I guess across accounts means if someone owns the other VPC, but that isn't the case here. Yeah. Look at this. How many steps did I go? I should have counted this. This must be at least a few steps. Oh, I've only got 4 minutes left. Next section, choose the checkbox. Click the provided route ID. This one. Fine. In the route table section, choose the marketing table. Click the routes tab. Click edit routes. Click add route. Route. God, what is it? 172. Peering connection. Nice. Now if we come back to here, didn't work. Let's try this. Okay. Well. Fine. 0 received. Oh, I've got to do the same thing for you. Yeah. Damn. Ah. Yeah, okay. Failed. Not deployed. Opens a new browser tab or window. Okay, I see. So even though they might be connected, okay. So yeah, the ping command still doesn't work. Peered VPCs do not necessarily accept all the data between them. Security features such as network access control lists and security groups still apply. Be sure to update them accordingly. In the previous browser and the click the security tab. So, inbound rules. So let's go on here and let's edit the inbound rules. And I think this is probably, what kind of connection is it? I don't know. Custom. Type in the new search box. Choose custom ICMP IPv4. I'm just going to write down this term. Interesting. The Internet Control Message Protocol. So apparently this is something that gets used when for diagnostic or control purposes. I'll actually put my Quizlet cards in the information. Okay. So wants me to, where was it? Do that. Say it's from .0/16. Description. marketing inbound. And let's try again. 100% packet loss. Okay, well, maybe if I terminate you and then I do the same thing again. Three 1.0.180. Ten. Oh yeah, I didn't do that. Oh. Oh. I thought I'd done something else wrong. I was getting ready to go all the way back through. That's cool. It works. So there we go. VPC pairing complete. I suppose do it yourself is now going to be now do the same. Except for the other one. I'll just check it actually is that. Okay. So now we know what we're doing. How long, how quickly can it be done? 5 minutes. Here we go. So, yeah, I got it. Go. Yes, I think I got it. Developer server, finance server. Subnet. Peering connections. Create peering connection. Select a VPC, developer, my account, this region, select the VPC, finance, yep, okay, that's a peering connection. Then I need to get rid of that and go to the developer server and subnet. And get its root table, and then in the root table I need to add a root from, is it 172.16? Is that right? Peering connection. Save changes. Similarly, subnet. table, route table ID, edit routes. Oh, no. So then it needs to be from here. Should be 20. I guess so. Okay, 2 minutes left. Fine. Let's hope that works. And then I need to go to my then I need to change the security group. Networking. Oh, no. Security. Yep. Okay. Ping 172.31.0.180. And it doesn't work. Shit. I failed. I failed them again. Black hole. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's so loud. Okay. Black hole. Let's just get rid of that a sec. Status black hole. Is that because of this? If I make this 60. Ah. That's what I did wrong. Okay, let's say if I do that. What I actually need to do is accept this. What is this? Developer actions. Accept the request. Yes. Aha. Oh, yeah. Nice. That was close. That was close. I had to accept the request. Cool. Victory. Victory has been had. God, that was much more interesting when it was time pressured. Okay. Let's give them these things. So they want developer instance ID. And they want the finance instance ID. Validate. Yes. Yes. Can I speak to this guy? Can't remember what his voice was now. Excellent job. Choose a reward. Hellscape. Like, what are these choices? I don't want that, really. So, the lesser of the two hellscapes. I suppose maybe it was made by someone in San Francisco. Yes! Level 10, come on! Nice. Can go get a pet, apparently. Oh. That was a lot more fun than the other one. Engineering the urgency, so I had to go faster and made it a lot more fun. Setting up the quiz. False. Yes. Yes. Come on. Can win these pets by answering quizzes. Anyway. So it looks like a lot of these sort of certificates form part of the pathways for these other things. So I've gone down all the networking and solution architects pathways so far with this 6. So I'm nearly there, really. Auto healing and scaling. Oh, that sounds interesting. Looking forward to doing that one. Okay. Right. What's next? Databases in practice. Show me. Right. That'll be for the next episode. See you in a bit.